What's going on, guys? It is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech and the JGTechBlog, and in today's video we're going to talk about the highly anticipated, much awaited for LG Stylo 5.
If this is your first time here and you want to know more about the latest promotions and phones, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button to be the first notified.
This device is extremely investigated in terms of people searching, trying to get information on it, and it is a great mid-range phone. It's been legendary in the prepaid space. From the LG made series of devices, this mid-ranger is expected to be dropping pretty soon. Got a lot of details, I've got a lot of rumor and different renders that we've been catching online. What I want to do is I want to take a look at everything into one cohesive video. So to get you guys updated, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, if we look at the history of the devices, if we date back to the LG Stylo 4, this device was launched last year. I believe it launched in June. Now, this one is to be anticipated that it's going to launch a little bit later. So this one is expected in July. I'll get to the exact date. But it is going to be the descendant of the LG Stylo 4, which was a phone that sold very well and a lot of people really liked. So what we're going to cover in today's video is going to be the design of the new phone, some of the features that we're expecting it to have, as well as the pricing and the release date. So we're going to compare it a lot to last year's model and then see what we can expect for this new generation of the Stylo 5. Now, if we're looking at the leaked renders in terms of the design and its appearance, the phone looks very similar to last year's Stylo 4. Not much has really deviated or changed. In terms of just maybe the camera on the back, the primary shooter and the LED flash, looks like it's been modified just a little bit. Looks like they're going to be located together as opposed to being separate. But other than that, it appears to be mostly the same. We've got the fingerprint scanner on the back. The volume rocker is located on the left-hand side of the device. In terms of what's going on the bottom of the phone, we've got a USB-C port for charging. So that's on the bottom along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. Primary mic is also located at the bottom. And of course, the legendary stylus pen, which offers great functionality and probably is the selling point for why people would want to buy this phone anyway. With this phone, you're not getting any type of special display technology. It's not going to be the edge-to-edge display that you're getting from a lot of the flagships in the smartphone space these days. It's no Galaxy. It's not in that price range. It's not a flagship. So you're going to get some pretty noticeable bezel, both on the top and the bottom. So at the top, you're going to have that extra space at the top for, the front-facing camera and other sensors. And at the bottom, it's got a pretty sizable chin. Now, based on the renders, the stylus actually seems to slightly be at a kind of an upgrade. And what I mean by this is it appears to have a sharper point. This is probably going to enhance the way the contact point is between the stylus and the display. So that would be great. A more precise touch response and a more precise performance from the stylus is greatly appreciated for anybody who buys this phone specifically for the stylus pen. I think what we should do is kind of look back to the Stylo 4 and the specs it has and then kind of see what we might get from the Stylo 5. So the Stylo 4, last year's model, had a 6.2-inch display, which was a 2:1 or 18:9 ratio. You are getting 1080p resolution, which is great. We're expecting that. 2 gigs of RAM. You're getting 3,300 milliamp hour battery capacity, Qualcomm-made Snapdragon 450 processor, a 13 megapixel rear shooter, and then a 5 megapixel selfie shooter. That's all the specs from last year's model. The device from last year also had 32 gigs of onboard storage, and it was expandable with micro SD card support. And of course, we're expecting that to kind of be the same, based on pricing and the segment of buyer that this phone is targeting. Most prepaid carriers were selling this device for, of course, depending on the carrier, that could have varied a little bit because there was a point where Cricket was selling it for $229. I'm not sure if they still are or if they, changed their pricing, but I do remember it hitting that price point at some point last year. Let's take a look at what we can anticipate for this year. So, best case scenario. For pricing, we should see it at around the same price. So last year's model came in at, we're hoping that it kind of sticks to that point because I don't think it's going to sell as well if they were to increase or bump the pricing. That may affect sales, probably too much to ask for more than that. The processor, I'm expecting another Qualcomm-made Snapdragon 400 series processor. Now the chip that they're going to put in this new phone, it may be a slight upgrade in the 400 series, but they're not going to go to a 600 series. That's going to definitely cause a price bump. So expect something similar to what we had in the Snapdragon 450 last year model, but maybe kind of like a newer version. Maybe it'll be clocked a little bit higher to possibly help with performance a little bit. Remember what I said in this, it's going to be best case scenario. I would love to see the LG Stylo 5 come with 3 gigs of RAM, although I don't think this is likely. 3 gigs of RAM would be a dream scenario. The phone would run so much better. Think about the multitasking you'd be able to do, especially with the stylus support. That would be great to have the extra gig of RAM, and we all know that Android is very resource hungry and resource draining. So with the extra gig of RAM, multitasking would be awesome in conjunction with the stylus. So I would love to see 3 gigs of RAM, although if the price point is the same, we can expect probably 2 gigs of RAM. And for the last little bit of kind of pie in the sky, we'd love to see improved stylus performance. Now the stylus is pretty good, but of course we could utilize, better touch response, maybe a more refined, precise performance from the stylus. I'd love to see it kind of get an improvement there. And, to kind of, maybe not see as good as what Note is doing with the Samsung Galaxy Note series, but something similar to enough to where it would kind of be a situation like, wow, I can notice that it's an improvement from last year's model, and that could kind of be the claim to fame for the device. In terms of the release date for the new Stylo 5, I would expect something in mid-July. I have seen some renders for the phone that also have leaked the date. If that date does hold up, we're expecting July 15th. So hang tight, wait for that device. It might be something you may want to consider. So July 15th, we'll expect that to kind of be a loosely acceptable launch date for this device. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about all the rumors, the speculation, the renders we've seen online, the cases, all these different things that have looked at the design and the possible feature set. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this phone. Maybe you're excited for it. Maybe it's a phone you're looking to upgrade to from a previous Stylo device. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below your thoughts and opinions on all that we covered in today's update. For more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you are notified, so hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we upload new content here to the channel. Make sure to go ahead and like and share this video. And of course, thank you again for watching. This is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech and the JGTechBlog, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button to be notified when I upload more videos. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.